Y'all see the shirt, man. Detroit first, everybody. Detroit first, everybody. It's not just a slogan. For those who watched the Detroit Pistons versus Charlotte Hornets brawl the other night, you found out it's not just a slogan. It's a way of real life, you know? With Duren up there getting ejected, pointing at the jersey, talking about Detroit. You got my man's Beef Stew head first, trucking like Marshawn Lynch or Ray Lewis, you know? And then sticking up for his boy. So with that said, though, the NBA has given out the suspensions for the fight. So I ain't going to give too much of a recap. We've all seen the clips, all that. But what I will do is go over, did I think the league got it right? So, here we go. So I'm going to give off, my predictions and then what actually happens.
Hey, what up, Moussa? Shout out Pistons Sports, man. Appreciate it.
Little people, big people, all people. Welcome to Buffed Up Sports. I want to thank God for another opportunity to talk sports, and I want to thank you, the listener, for tuning in to me talking sports. Make sure you go to buffedupsports.com for links to my social media platforms, ways to donate to the show, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss the newest content. That all being said, hope you enjoy. And so I predicted 1 game for Jalen Duren. He got 2. I predicted 2 games for Diabaté. He got 4. I predicted 3 games for Bridges. The league gave him 4. I gave 5 to 10 games. So gave a broad number for Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew. He got 7. So everything was pretty close. Do I think the league got it right? Again, no need to recap the brawl because the brawl was crazy. I mean, watching it in real time was probably one of the most exciting moments I've had as a Pistons fan in years. And I mean, the Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets fan bases are not seeing eye to eye right now. But if you watch Hornets, Twitter, they're pretty much in agreement. Like, that was probably one of their best exciting moments they've seen from a Hornets game in a while. Like, it was pretty cool to see. I don't know why people hate on NBA fights, but I personally like them. I've actually said it in the past. I think the NBA should adopt the NHL style of let them fight sometimes, if you will. I do think, don't let it get out of hand. Like, you get in the stands and all that. Like, all right, but should they let them fight? I guess let them fight, but don't let the punishments be as severe. Like severe punishments. I think that ruins the game. Everybody always talk about, the bad boys was the days. And if everybody loves it so much, why can't we go back to that? I get they trying to make the game safer, but it also if they could keep it safe in hockey, why not keep it safe in basketball? Anyway, here we go. I think the league got it pretty close. As I said, Duren, I said 1, they got 2. You can argue about the headbutt, right? Hornets fans are going to say Diabaté headbutted first. Pistons fans are going to say Duren headbutted first. We'll ignore the headbutt. They kind of headbutt at the same time, but let's ignore that. But if nothing else, everybody can agree, when Duren did that, it took it to a whole nother level that we weren't expecting. And I mean, this fight got ugly, and it got ugly fast. So I get why Duren, the instigator, got 2. Again, I thought 1 would have been sufficient since he already got ejected and he didn't fight back really. But he got 2 for, I guess, what it really turned out to be. Honestly, Miles Bridges in this situation made the 0 amount of sense of why he was actually fighting. I get why Duren was fighting. I get why Diabaté was fighting. I even get why Stu was fighting. He came off the bench, and we'll talk about that in a second. But Bridges made no sense to me because, for one, you come in there swinging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come in there swinging, bro. You know you cooked. You know you're cooked if you come in swinging. So, like, him escalating it took it to a whole nother level, especially when you're trying to swing at somebody who's already getting held back. Come on, man. But I get why Stewart went after Bridges, so I'm going to... Because, again, Bridges being in the fight made 0 sense. But, all right, let's talk about Diabaté. I get why he got 4. I honestly don't think he should have got 4. I said... What did I say? I said 2. I said he should have got 2, but he got 4. And honestly, at first I was like, dang, he got 4? All he did was just not calm down. But then I thought about it, not only did he not calm down and kept escalating the issue, the brother did throw some punches in there too. So I guess he got to get 4. And then let's talk about the fan. He was so out of control. They tried to pull him down. He's sitting on a fan. That fan better get every check possible from the Hornets that night. I'm telling you. You talking about a 6-foot-something dude sitting on my lap and I'm a grown man? And I mean, it was kind of weird too because he just rocking back and forth. Oh, man, if I'm that fan, I'm about to start another fight because I ain't about to let no grown man sit on my lap. But it sucks because he's 6 feet. What you gonna do? Like, can I be honest, y'all? If that was me, y'all know I ain't the tallest person in the world. It ain't no shade. Y'all seen me. If you haven't, I'm 6 feet. But if you see me, you know. Ain't nothing I can do. We got to talk about my man's Beef Stew. First of all, I rocks with Beef Stew. That ain't never going to change. Beef Stew is my guy to the end. That is one of my favorite Pistons players, probably all time. I dang near want to get his jerseys. And for those who know me, I don't ever get people's jerseys. It's very rare I get a jersey. You know? My man Stu, I see why you got 7 though, brother. I said 5 out of 10, 7 hit it right on the mark. You left the bench. That's like the NBA's biggest no-no. You do not leave that bench when a brawl breaks out. And if you leave that bench, you definitely don't go in there escalating the issue. Stewart was getting suspended regardless, right? He was going to probably get suspended regardless for leaving the bench, even if he went to play peacemaker. But he left the bench to escalate. Then you throw punches. Then you got Bridges in a headlock. Then you're grabbing his hair. And then you're a repeat offender like Stu. Everybody thinks that Stu's first crash out moment was against LeBron. Real Pistons fans know that is not the case. For those who really, really don't know, the very first preseason game Isaiah Stewart played in, he actually got ejected. I don't know if anybody remember that. I might be the only one who remembers that. Stewart got ejected his very first preseason game. And then I think the moment where fans knew like he might be legit the real deal was when he got ejected going against Blake Griffin. You know, he kind of elbowed Blake Griffin because Blake Griffin was, being an irritant like only Blake Griffin can. Stu got ejected. And then there was the moment where Stu stood up over Blake Griffin in a whole nother game. Like, Stu low-key has been a crash out since day one, right? But we love him for it in Detroit. That's our enforcer. Every great team has him, right? And then he did go after a guy that's not that very well liked in Miles Bridges. And if you know, you know. Miles Bridges is not that liked around the world. He's had his troubles, okay? So the fact that Stu went after him, a lot of people is like, hey, it's not the worst guy to go after if you're going to do something like that. And let me tell y'all something. I hope everything is okay with my boy Ron Holland. Ron Holland is another one that's one of my favorite Pistons players. But I really hope everything's okay with him. That said, Ron Holland did not play in that game due to personal reasons. If Ron Holland was playing that night, I said it on Twitter. I said if Ron Holland played that night, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, and Jalen Duren would have been equivalent to what Ron Artest, Steven Jackson, and Jermaine O'Neal was in the Malice at the Palace. It's pretty much the equivalent at that point. You got 3 crash outs and 3 crash outs, and Ron would have just took it to a whole nother level had he been out there. And it's even funny. You got Isaiah Stewart talking about, y'all thought I was about to just stay on the bench. What the F y'all think they drafted me to Detroit for? Like, he knows what's up. Again, I told y'all, Duren holding up the Detroit jersey. These Pistons are rough. They rough, boy. They rough and rugged. They look. Every great team, every great Pistons team has had those guys, especially in that front court, that just didn't take no mess. The bad boys had Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, those guys. Going to work, you had the Wallace, Sheed, and Ben. No relation. These dog pound Pistons, You got Stu, Duren, Ron in there, Paul Reed in there. He ain't, those guys. And if you noticed about those dog pound players, they take no mess. They take no mess. And the reason I say that is because about a week ago, before this all happened, Jonas Valanciunas had Stu kind of in a headlock. And what did Jalen Duren do? Right away, Jalen Duren walked up, boom, get off my bro like that. So what happens when the roles is reversed and Jalen Duren getting almost, he's trying to run away from two guys, if you will. Stewart came in there like, y'all not about to tag team my brother like that. What they say, I am my brother's keeper. I get it. It's basketball. It's an organized game. Got to keep it a little different. But we all know if that's the streets, again, I'm my brother's keeper. So if y'all parents is anything like mine, you and your sibling or your cousins, whatever the case may be, y'all better not be out somewhere and one of them getting beat up on and you don't hop in, Because if you don't hop in, everybody getting it. So that's how I look at it. What's up, everybody? If you didn't know, I am a car salesman at Gene Buttman Ford. I sell new, I sell used. Just let me know what you're looking for. And lucky for you, I do referral bonuses. So even if you're not looking for a vehicle at the moment, I have money for you if you refer a client to me. Again, I'm at Gene Buttman Ford, located at 2105 Washington Ave in Ypsi, Michigan. You could text or call me at 734-544-2870. Come see me so you can score big in the clutch and drive with the built Ford Tough Touch. Now with the suspensions given out, what do the suspensions mean for the Pistons going forward? First thing first, everybody's going to have to step up. Let me start with the captain of the team, Cade Cunningham, right? I like Cade Cunningham, and what I really enjoyed about Cade Cunningham, especially during that brawl, his leadership. Stu's doing the whole about to run around everybody thing. Cade said, we ain't doing that. He stopped that right away. No, go, Stu. Again, you remember the LeBron brawl with Stu. Cade, the only one hanging with him the whole time. Cade is a leader. Cade is not going to let the Pistons, for this 7-game stretch that Isaiah Stewart is out and 2-game stretch that Duren is out, Cade is not going to let the Pistons fold. Will we win all 7 games? Probably not. But is he going to let them lose all 7? Absolutely not. So I say that to say I think Cade going to step up. My boy Paul Reed going to step up. If you know, B-ball Paul. And then Kevin Huerter, we just picked you up. We going to need you to hit some threes, bro. You ain't hit a 3 since you got here. I was speaking highly of you when you got here. Prove me right, brother. Prove me right. Tobias Harris, you a vet. Show some leadership. Karis LeVert, you're a vet. I need you to step up. I need those vets to step up and mentor these young guys, because these young guys are about to be leaning on these vets during these next few games to make sure, A, they stay composed and keep things rolling, because the Pistons are rolling right now. We do not need anything to mess us up at this moment. So please stay locked in. The last thing I say is I was so worried that this brawl was going to mess up Jalen Duren's chance of being in his first All-Star game. The league has announced he will be able to participate in the All-Star game festivities. So he's going to miss the game against the Raptors. He's going to miss the game against New York when we get back, but he will be allowed to participate in the All-Star game. I think that's a fair call because of the fact, A, All-Star game is not a regular season game or a postseason game. It's not even a team game. You know what I'm saying? It's an exhibition. Is essentially what it is. So he should have a right to play in the exhibition. And again, by this being his first All-Star game, I really didn't want his chances of playing in his first All-Star game to be taken away because of something stupid like that, or on the court issue at that. Off the court, you kind of screwed yourself. But on the court, a small little dust up, well, it should have been small as we see it escalated. But y'all get the point. I didn't want him to go out like that, man. So I'm glad Duren will be in the All-Star game, because he deserves it. But as far as these Pistons go, as Doughboys Cash Out say, I dog. Y'all know what they say. Thank you so much for checking out Buffed Up Sports. Go to buffedupsports.com for the latest episodes, my social media links, and ways to support the show. Please subscribe so you'll never miss the latest with Buffed Up Sports. And make sure you send Buffed Up Sports to your peoples so they can be entertained just like you. Now, just remember to spread love. Keep your chest out. Hold your head up. Show off them pretty teeth. Don't you worry about a thing. Until next time, y'all be good out there, and God bless you all. Peace.